Sometimes in boating, things appear to be going just fine. Then all of a sudden, they'll take a quick turn and things will get out of hand, just like some of the things we're going to witness in this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. Now, I've often heard the term, when in doubt, throttle out, but I don't believe that really applies in boating. More often than not, you're better off to kill the motor than you are to throttle out. Now, I already know what you're thinking. BG, if this is how their day starts, how in the world does their day end? Well, don't worry. Apparently, we got video footage of them getting help at the end of the day as well. Now, I definitely have to imagine this is one of those moments, wish you had tow insurance. Surely tow insurance a lot of times doesn't really cover this. They would consider this a salvage and they wind up charging through the nose, which is why I'm just guessing we got the good old boys out here trying to get her done.
They need to be on the other side to push it over, you know? Come on, go, 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 go! It's gonna sink the other way though. Keep going, you got it! Oh my God.
Now, I really am surprised they even got this far. Let me know in the comments if you are as well. But it really is interesting. You can see the boys in the water. They went underneath, got her tied up. And our guy's struggling here with the boat, trying to get it around. It's a lot of weight with that water. But then he turns toward the marsh. I'm not sure if this is to try and get the boat into shallow water that they're trying to pull out. Or really here, he should be trying to run it up and see if he can get the water out.
Where's he going? The marsh? You going to the marsh?
To the shallow, wherever that.
Well, that's right there by the edge of the marsh.
Now, there are many ways to sink a boat. Sometimes it'll happen completely on accident, kind of like the situation here, where one person's trying to get out of the boat and, well, the rest of the crew decides to go to one side and let all the water into the boat. Good news is they're at least at the dock. I don't think we'll have to pull this one out the same way the last crew had to tow theirs out, as somebody will likely be able to go ahead and just grab this one and get it flipped over, but somehow they all kept their wine glasses above water. Now, we've all been here trying to get the motor started, the frustration that comes with it, and well, sometimes we'll take our frustrations out on our significant others, even though I don't really recommend this game plan. He does wind up with a little smirk on his face at the end of this video, though. Now, of course, when you sink the boat, you want nothing more than to get the water out of the boat, but sometimes things go wrong the opposite of that, and you can't get the boat out of the water. Now, this one really is an interesting one because the pontoon does appear to be all the way forward on the bunks on the trailer, and they are on a dry part of the ramp, which means they shouldn't have too much issues with getting out. Typically, when we see this, it's because there's just not enough weight on those rear tires. Let me know in the comments, do you think it's just got bald tires, or somehow this boat just not sitting right and it's pulling the truck up? Now, you always got to be careful when those tires are spinning down there at the ramp because you never know when that one's going to end up in disaster. Speaking of ending up in disaster, you never go to work and think that day's going to end in disaster as well. Well, this crew found out it can. Fortunately, somehow miraculously in this one, the two crew members who were on board the barge were able to jump off before the thing actually completely capsized. Now, this crew appears to be experiencing a very similar situation as our last crew, except I don't think they're at work. They're out there enjoying a day of boating. But what doesn't make sense here, if you've got the water in the back like this, wouldn't it make more sense for her to be up in the bow of the boat to try and level the weight back out? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's back there to try and get the water out, but it doesn't matter. As we'll see here, this crew winds up capsizing as well. The good news for this crew is at least they were able to get this one all the way up onto the beach, so hopefully they're able to recover it later. And this is the scene over in the New River when two yachts wind up colliding. Fortunately, in this one, we actually wound up getting two angles. Nobody caught the actual crash itself. It happened so fast, they said, but they said the bang was loud, and it was wild and crazy watching these two yachts get entangled. And here you can see the front side shot of this, which makes me think they didn't have a lookout on the back. You'll see here shortly, right after they wind up flipping, people running to the back of the boat, but it makes me wonder if nobody was back there paying attention how close they were to this yacht when they were trying to come around the turn. Always chaos in the New River, lots of big boats, tight space. into tight spaces. Of course, sometimes you'll find yourself getting into tight spaces when you head out there to go fishing. The next thing you know, you'll be in the rocks. Now, I do wonder what made this crew think they needed to be this shallow, though. I understand sometimes the fish will be hiding in the rocks, but I definitely wouldn't get this close by any stretch.
I can't hear you.
You're not supposed to have that on this water.
Have what?
That thing.
The jet ski?
Huh?
The jet ski? Hey, you're gonna hit me.
Well, you're not
Stop, you're gonna hit me.
supposed to be.
What are you doing?
You're not supposed to be here.
This is the ram.
That's illegal on this.
You almost just hit me.
Pristine
ram.
lake. And you're ruining
I love this
it.
guy saying, I'm not hitting you, this is a ram.
Wildlife is, we have eagles here, we have loons. You're not supposed to be here with.
Stop hitting me with the boat. That's what you guys are trying to hit me. That's illegal.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I got a feeling this crew doesn't know the full definitions of the laws. This is like the ultimate Karen moment here. Now, I'm not sure if the jet ski's allowed here because I don't know what lake this is on, but still, it's a pretty interesting stop.
Call the police and fish and game. Someone's coming.
Take his picture. Get his picture of
Oh,
it.
yes.
Get my picture. Dude.
Get the number.
Hey. Hey.
Now, I'm guessing since he took off, he probably really isn't supposed to be there, but they had it right the first time. Let Fish and Game take care of it. Speaking of places you shouldn't be, well, the bow in rough weather is not a spot I want to be in, especially hanging over the edge like those guys.
What an idiot. Oh, let's rough out.
Now, of course, as we already mentioned, it's never really a good idea to go ahead and be riding in the front of the bow in any kind of weather, but especially rough weather. But sometimes you'll find yourself in a spot where you may have to go over the front of the bow to get the boat back to the dock.
Not just in Miami, but Sarasota too.
See, you mentioned Miami, and of course, Miami shows up, showing off the old South Florida U-Haul special. Nobody does it like South Florida. If there's a U-Haul dealer down there, they're finding some way to get that U-Haul into the water, whether it's a truck, a trailer, no matter what. Now, loading boats onto trailers can be difficult work, but loading things into boats can be tough as well. Don't get me wrong, it's not just the rookies out there. The pros will have their troubles when they try and get things done on the water also. Whether it's loading or unloading the boat, sometimes the pros are going to go out there and just struggle. Well, I definitely hope somebody had insurance on this vehicle before they decided to go ahead and put it on this ferry, but thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. Just like Tommy the Gub, Zane Leverett, and Adam Coolidge did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.